Hi everybody. As a DIYer, I think it's really important to know a little bit about your home electrical equipment, especially who is responsible for each part of the system and what you can and can't do yourself. For many people, looking at the electrical equipment in their home can be so confusing. If you've ever wondered who is responsible for a sparking wire or a broken meter box, this video guide is for you. In the UK, ownership and responsibility for domestic wiring are divided between three main parties. There's the network operator, the electricity supplier, and the homeowner, of course. Here's my electrical equipment. Every home will be laid out slightly differently, but the principles are exactly the same. Here's the incoming supply from the network operator and the service head with the main fuse. These towels provide supply to the meter. These are owned by the distribution network operator, or DNO, the infrastructure provider. They are responsible for the safety and maintenance of the equipment up to the input terminals of your electricity meter. Next is the electricity meter itself. This is owned by the electricity supplier. This is the company that sends you your energy bills. The electricity supplier is responsible for the electricity meter. They are also responsible for the maintenance, repair, and certified accuracy of your meter. Lastly is the consumer unit and everything downstream from there, like your sockets and switches and appliances, etc. As the homeowner, you are the duty holder for everything from the meter onwards. So for me, I have two consumer units, so I'm responsible for the tails from the meter to the isolation switch, these splitter blocks, both consumer units, and all the circuits in the house. So that's a quick overview of who owns what. But as a DIYer in the UK, what can you legally do and what can't you do yourself? In the UK, DIY electrical work is governed by Part B of the building regulations. I'll put a link to them in the description. While you are legally allowed to perform certain tasks yourself, the rules distinguish between non-notifiable work, which you can do freely, and notifiable work, which must be done by a qualified electrician. So let's start with what you can do, i.e. the non-notifiable stuff. So generally you can carry out like-for-like work, replacements and minor additions in dry rooms, like living rooms, bedrooms and hallways, such as replacing accessories, so swapping out existing light switches and sockets or ceiling roses for new ones, replacing a damaged cable, adding sockets or lights. You can extend an existing circuit, for example, adding an extra socket to a wall, provided it is not in one of those special locations. Kitchens are now mostly exempt in England, but bathrooms are definitely not. Then there's fitting pre-wired appliances, such as a plug-in oven or a ventilation fan. So that's what you can do. But what about what you should definitely not do, i.e. the notifiable work? So by law in the UK, the following tasks must be certified by a competent person, i.e. a registered electrician, or notified to your local building control office. So that would include things like new circuits, installing a brand new circuit from the consumer unit, i.e. a new power line for an electric shower, or maybe an EV charger, or a consumer unit change. You definitely cannot replace or move a consumer unit or fuse box. Special locations, so you must not work in those. So that would be like a bathroom within zones near a bath or a shower, or around a swimming pool or sauna. And then outdoors, so no installing in new garden lighting or power that requires a new circuit. As always, electricity is dangerous. Take appropriate precautions, and if in doubt, call an electrician out. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everybody.